Hi, it's me again. How well do you know Jesus? Whether you're just getting to know him or you want to learn more about him, well, this is the book for you. Who is Jesus? The author is Alan Morgan, and it has 103 pages. I chose this book because it sounded like an interesting book to read. I also chose this book because I also wanted to know about Jesus' childhood. The main character of the book is Jesus. He was born 2,000 years ago in the small town of Bethlehem. He grew up to become a preacher. Jesus taught lessons, told parables, was a healer of the sick, and worked miracles. He loved and accepted everyone equally. Jesus even broke laws to stand up for what he believed in, that most important law, to love your neighbor. Most of the story takes place in an area of Roman Empire called Judea, which stretches from the Mediterranean Sea to the Jordan River. The story begins around 604 BC, which is when most historians believe Jesus was born. It ended with Jesus died, which was around 30 AD. The book Who is Jesus? Is a biography of Jesus' life. It tells about his birth, death, resurrection, and many stories in between. It also explains how Christianity became one of the most important religions. Throughout the book, you will also find history pages explaining people, places, and other important details from that time period. You will also learn about the lessons Jesus has taught, the people he healed, and some of the miracles he performed. I like this book because it taught me some things I didn't know about Jesus and made it very easy to understand. I like learning about some of the miracles he performed, such as bringing back the 12-year-old girl who died. The only thing I disliked about the book was that the history pages stopped the story. At one point during his travels, Jesus was walking by the Sea of Galilee. He saw two brothers fishing and called out to them. Their names were Peter and Andrew. "Follow me," he said. He told them that instead of casting their lines for fish, he would make them fish of men. By this he meant that they would bring in people to hear and believe in what Jesus was preaching. Peter and Andrew left their nets and followed him. I chose this passage because it talked about our class theme, which is Fishers of Men. I was excited when I saw this in the book. I would rate this book an easy read, and I would recommend this book to a young reader who wanted to know more about Jesus. I would recommend this book to someone who wants to learn more about Jesus and how Christianity became. This book is easy to understand and gives a lot of facts. Many lessons can be learned from this book. It teaches how people should live their lives and how to treat others the way you want to be treated. Today we call this the Golden Rule.